Hello, I'm Owen Freshley with Bandana Tours of Tulsa. We've been in business for over a decade now, and it'll be my pleasure to give you a tour today. Some Old English derivation for you. Gargoyles were, in fact, the protectors of buildings, and they got their derivation because water would come rushing out down the drain pipes and out the mouth of the gargoyles, which would make a gargling sound. And notice as we enter the building, the Philcade, built in 1931, the original brass grates on your right and your left from when the building was first air conditioned in 1937. So the first thing you'll notice is the gold leaf paneling atop the crown of the building. Once originally all gold, the building was uninhabited for a number of years, and the gold panels were replaced so as during its unoccupancy they wouldn't be marauded. But the walls are St. Genevieve marble, and Waite Phillips' wife was named Genevieve, so it was in tribute to her that he built this. $2.5 million was the cost of building this building, and that was in 1929. The cost today could be upwards of $30, even $40 million. These pieces were hand cut and shipped to Tulsa separately from Italy. These chandeliers were built by the Empire Chandelier and Glass Company of Sand Springs, and they were $300 a piece, which was the same cost at the time of a Model T Ford. Waite Phillips, of course, was a very wealthy man. He was also a very generous man. There were security concerns, and since Waite Phillips lived in the penthouse across the street with his two kids and his wife, and he had his office in the top of this building, for privacy, security, and convenience, he had this built. Waite Phillips would have used this to avoid the public at the time, as he didn't know what types of people he would run into. Here you can see a scale model of the Mid-Continent Tower. Originally the Josh Cosden building, built in 1917. Josh Cosden was an oil entrepreneur that made and lost his fortune in oil several times before finally getting his building built. This statue is called the Roughnecks, and it depicts two men threading a new length of pipe to go deeper into an existing oil well. This was popped out of a mold, and you can actually find exact duplicates of it in the Petroleum Club and other buildings around Tulsa. If you were to take off the marble behind this column here, you would see that framework running throughout the length of the buildings. It was a mark of status that these stones came from Italy. We're going to go ahead and continue on. Starting here, we have the Tulsa Foundation for Architecture, open from 10 to 2, Monday through Friday. And they have pieces from dilapidated buildings, buildings torn down. Here you have pieces from the Ritz Theater, built in 1926, demolished in 1960, which is just a shame. If you look up at the top here, you can see there was all types of business at one time. And you'll see the inside of the theater here has Romanesque statues. Just another touch that you rarely see these days again. And it's actually so unfortunate, it's now a parking lot. Now here in the lobby of the 320 South Boston building, I'd like to point out the hand-painted ceiling. And as we exit, I want to point out the original brass framework, the ornate designs, and the brass door frame here. Beautiful stuff, really. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I'd like to especially thank Explore Tulsa for their time. I hope I can see some of you in person. Thank you.